Yesterday I published a video and what I thought would be, hey, just kind of the end of the road when it came to this, and we'd eventually do a wrap up, something like this, maybe a couple of weeks down the road, because, hey, you know what, the white couple, Casey and Vicky, no relation except for, hey, their little relationship gone extremely wrong afterwards. When they all broke out, they didn't flew out anywhere, but they escaped from Alabama all the way up to Indiana without anybody really noticing or paying attention. But then, like minutes after I was done with the thumbnail, I had the description, everything done, and I was just looking for a couple of pictures. And then I seen 3 minutes ago it was posted that they were captured, and it's like, oh, great, fine, fuck, whatever. But at least we were kind of just centering on the state of mind of this Casey White fellow, and it's like, well, good thing he was captured, but kind of undermined some of the video, but it's still good information. But we got to wrap up here. We got to wrap up because escaped inmate Casey White and his jail guard lover Vicky wanted to fight cops until the end in a blaze of glory shootout before U.S. Marshals rammed their truck into a ditch. 4 guns, including an AR-15, multiple WIGS, and $29,000 in cash found in the vehicle. Okay, I'm glad I didn't ixnay that other video, because boy, all the fun stuff that came out of this is just terrific. Escaped inmate Casey White and the jail guard lover Vicky White planned to fight cops until the bitter end in a Bonnie and Clyde style blaze of glory shootout, and they were armed with 4 guns, including an AR-15, when U.S. Marshals rammed their truck into a ditch in Indiana yesterday. The pair had been lying low at an old Motel 6 in Evansville, Indiana, for the week, and planned to spend another 7 days there getting their bearings after fleeing a Lauderdale County jail in Alabama on April 29th. As cops closed in the pair yesterday, Vicky and Casey fled their hotel in a Cadillac. Okay. Plan was to fight the police officers chasing them in a gunfight, even if they both ended in their deaths, sheriffs revealed on Tuesday. Well, okay, Casey was facing practically life in prison, 75 years at least in jail, and Vicky, well, she really had nothing else to live for, and she was just swooning over the 6'9" hulking bad boy, which is always hilarious. They were armed with 4 weapons, including 9mm handguns and an AR-15. Okay, so you were going to engage in a shootout with police officers that would be much better equipped with handguns and a rifle. Cool, good for you. They also had $29,000 in cash and multiple wigs in the car. Cool. Still doesn't change the fact that Casey is 6'9", with very distinct tattoos, and Vicky also has very distinguishing features like the teeth that are used when you can try to eat corn or through a picket fence, dental care that could only be envied by AOC. But even with all of those provisions in tow, in the end they were rammed into the ditch by U.S. Marshals. Vicky shot herself. Holy fuck, I thought she died in the crash. Shot herself before police swooped into the vehicle, and Casey surrendered. It looks like somebody wasn't quite going to be going down in a romantic blaze of glory. On Tuesday morning, he waived his right to an extradition hearing in Indiana, telling the judge, I want to go back to Alabama. Yeah, that's where all of his friends are. It's unclear if he will be extradited. Vanderburgh County Sheriff Dave Wedding said at a press conference on Tuesday that he would be transferred into custody of Alabama sheriff secretly out of the reach of the media. He confessed to investigators that he planned to fight officers in a shootout. He said he is probably going to have a shootout at the stake of both of them losing their lives, and the plan was pretty faulty. They're criminals. It failed. Thank God. No, but women, hey, she was trained. She was a corrections officer. She knew how to use her handgun. They were going to go out and, yeah, fucking blaze of glory. But the moment things weren't quite going so well, she decided to fucking suck start a 9mm. Good for her. Here's some of the details. They had reserved their motel room for 2 weeks and planned to lay low wearing disguises. Like what, the Groucho Marx glasses and nose and mustache? Until they knew what to do next. Really well thought out. Said he was just trying to find a place to lie low, hide out, and they thought that they'd driven long enough and they wanted to stop for a while and get their bearings. We don't believe they had any relatives, friends in the area. Yeah, perfect place to go, right? But this was some of the stuff that they recovered. Holy shit. Okay, so you got 1, 2, 3, 4 handguns. Okay. I guess they're all 9mm handguns. Okay, different, obviously different manufacturers. A rifle of some fashion. Oh, but at least she had the service weapon, right? Because she has a taser, unless that came free with the purchase of, 5 firearms. and a whole host of magazines. It doesn't really look like they would have, held off the police officers for that long, but that's whatever. And there's all the cash that they recovered. That's pretty fucking sweet. But it was only, $29,000. And Vicky had withdrawn $90,000 after she sold her home for, what was it, like $53,000? Well under market value. Unbelievable. Yep, and there's the vehicles that they were driving. Looks like an old Cadillac ATS. Nice ride, but it doesn't quite look so good, on its side. Initially, police said she killed herself. Audio of the dispatch call between 911 operators revealed that Vicky told them she was holding the gun and had her finger on the trigger. However, on Tuesday, it remained unclear if she killed herself or if Casey shot herself. Now, Casey's the guy, Vicky's the lady. An autopsy is pending. Well, if you have an entry wound at the top of your mouth, you're going to be able to figure it out pretty simply. When we made the arrest yesterday afternoon, we were taking Casey into custody, and he said, "Help my wife. She just shot herself." Aw, did they stop off along the way and get married? How adorable. Obviously, there's an ongoing investigation to determine just that. The information that we were given from Casey White, U.S. Marshal, said in an interview with Good Morning America, she's now in custody. Oh, he is now in custody. Sorry, hasn't transitioned yet to get to smoother accommodations and maybe hook up with another corrections officer to make another dramatic breakout. Yeah, so we know that they were in Indiana, and a very short high-speed chase. It was in Evansville, Indiana, and apparently James Stinson, who operates a car wash there, says he called police and suggested that the vehicle might belong to the pair after he dumped it at the business last week. Because it hadn't been stolen, the authorities said it was nothing they could do. Good police work right there. I think that's the Ford Edge, right? Walked up to the truck and went, "Oh my God, it's probably this guy from Alabama." I walked and looked in the truck because I think, could be dead, passed out, who knows. So I backed up, opened the door, and the keys are in it, and I started up, and I Googled the local police department's number because I didn't want to call 911. Oh, cool. Send a cop out. The cop says, "Well, there ain't nothing I can do. It's not reported stolen." And we ran the plates, and he left and came back, and he looked at it again and found a gun lock in the seat and said, "Oh my God, there's a gun lock, but there ain't no guns around. What are we gonna do, Cletus?" "Do what you gotta do. I told it." Sunday, May 8th, police finally contacted Stinson and asked about the truck. That's when he checked surveillance camera footage from the business and found video footage of Casey. I'm glad it's all over and nobody got hurt. Well, that's not entirely true. I was more concerned about the one person trying to confront them. It took a team. I'm glad it ended this way. This guy has nothing to live for. He's dangerous, and any one of us could have said something wrong, and it would have went off and could have got on him for leaving the car in the wash bay, but I chose not to. They abandoned the vehicle. Okay, that Ford Edge. What? Or did they have another vehicle? And maybe that's the reason why there was only $29,000 of the $90,000 left. So what, they just bought a couple more vehicles in cash? All right, then. And then still put on the old Alabama plates. Not exactly the brightest couple that's out there. But I guess that's one way to conduct your honeymoon. Initially, police believed Vicky shot herself in the car after the chase ended in a crash. No, everybody's fine. Nobody got hurt. Don't worry about it. Oh no, there was another truck that was there, and then that's Casey inside said wash bay, and that looks like a Ford F-150. I'm just trying to tell, at least by the end gate and, the little badge that's there. Yeah, they abandoned a Ford F-150. If you didn't want to get caught, why would you abandon a vehicle in an operational business? Like, that is about the dumbest no, that's not the dumbest thing these people have done, but it's right up there. Maybe he was just tired of her and just trying to find different ways to fucking go in case he could just, hey, because we seen yesterday one of his former cellmates saying he can pretty much survive by himself in the forest, and he figured, hey, I fucking already got here, so yeah, just trying to get this bitch shuffled up out of here because she's just annoying the fuck out of me. Vicky had been seen entering and exiting the motel room in a wig. Were they different ones every time? Because that's what I want to know. She and Casey had been having a secret affair for more than 2 years. He was locked up, by the way, and she was a corrections officer. It happens a lot. happens a lot. In the months leading up to the escape, Vicky sold her home and withdrew $90,000 in cash from her bank account. Video post on Facebook by Jody Medicasis, whatever, shows local Evansville police cruisers speed into a business, followed by police SUVs and pickup trucks with emergency lights. The footage was filmed moments after Vicky White crashed her gray Cadillac into a ditch. Why are you letting women drive? You could have got away. If it wasn't for those dastardly kids. Casey White is then led away in handcuffs. I went through the gate at work where we're usually at, a voice behind the camera says, and then they spun him out into the grass. Jail guard was found in her car with a gunshot wound to the head. She died at the hospital a couple of hours later. Oh my God, she had a gunshot wound to her head and she died a couple hours later? Fucking Christ, you should do it better next time. Again, women can't drive and they also can't commit suicide, apparently. Casey and Vicky were in a romantic relationship, and that Vicky was concerned about coming back and facing her family and her co-workers as she was the charges. Yeah, she would have got a lighter sentence anyways, okay? But I guess we don't have to worry about that anymore, so Casey's gonna end up fucking rotting in jail, and hey, you know what, you won't have to fucking waste the cot for this, I don't know, love-struck idiot. Yeah, at least you got to go on a fun fucking vacation, I guess. Going from northern Alabama all the way through Tennessee, then finally landing in, well, Evansville, Indiana. Bananama. What a fucking waste of time and space and police resources. Anyways, with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.